Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel, and I can proudly officially announce we have scored a goal, not just one actually, 5 goals, a five-star performance from the boys, 5-0 Inter against Salernitana. Oh my god, it feels like such a big burden just off my shoulders finally. We've been waiting for this moment for so long. And Mo, he actually is joining me today to react to this. He was actually in Milan last week, or in Italy last week, and he's been watching this like just like us. He's been suffering, but he's here today finally to enjoy some fruits of our labor. How are you doing, Mo, and how are you feeling, man?
Hat trick, hat trick, hat trick. It's Lautaro. The price is up again. The price is up again. Come for your boy. Come for your boy in the summer. He is scoring goals left and right with left foot, right foot, dribbling. He is everywhere. Lautaro Martinez, the scorer of the hat trick today.
There he
I
is.
can see him being the top striker. He is born to be in the future. Come, get your top player for 60,
Wow.
70, 80 millions. But I am so glad both strikers scored, not only one. It's an absolutely great thing. It's an absolute joy that both strikers scored because we needed that confidence. And it's great that Barella got an assist. It's great that Gosens got an assist. It's great that Barella was the best player on the field today. Yes, Lautaro scored the hat trick, but Nicolo Barella was everywhere on the field, defensively, offensively, on the wings, tackling, passing, headers. He was everywhere, Nicolo Barella. I want that guy back. I want Nicolo Barella back. I want to see that guy again because he is the one who's going to win us this Scudetto, and he is the one who's going to keep Inter on the top, hopefully, for years to come.
Beautifully, beautifully put, bro. That's literally today is not just about Lautaro. Of course, we'll get into Lautaro hat trick, stat padding hat trick, as Filippo here says, pure stat padding. But we don't care. This is exactly what we needed. I didn't care if the goals are going off the shoulder, off the bum, off the belly. Like however we scored today, that was the most important thing. And now finally you saw Lautaro on Lautaro's face, like the anger, the pure relief on his face. And did you see him? He was punching up that flag. I felt bad for the flag. He was going full Mayweather on the flag. Oh my god. And then of course, as you said, the hug from Inzaghi as well, like he knew how much this meant to Lautaro. But as you mentioned, let's not forget today Nicolo Barella as well, as Lautaro pointed to, like he is the guy who stepped up as well today. We've been waiting, these guys, especially Lautaro, received a lot of criticism recently, quite rightly. Barella, even Barella, the golden child, the one I always say no one ever criticizes this guy. Even he was starting to get criticism finally. But now today, this is the real Inter. This today we saw Limonebo back, and we saw Barella back, we saw Lautaro back. But this is only the beginning, right, Mo? Let's not sit on our laurels and let's not, let's hype a little bit because we've been suffering. But at the end of the day, guys, it's Salernitana. This is the worst team in the league, right, Mo?
Yes, but lately they are not. So lately they tied with Milan. They got a point from Milan. And to be honest, I was impressed with their game in the first 20 minutes. They played a high line. They pressed Inter. They caused us a lot of trouble. They had more shots than us in the first, I think, 10 minutes. Even though we had some chances, they actually did have some chances, which is not expected.
Bro,
But
they had a
that
chance.
showed,
They had a clear-cut chance in the first
yeah,
5 minutes.
yeah, that pass from Juric to Verdi,
Verdi.
right? Like that should have been a goal. I thought this was 1-0, and here we go again, and we're gonna climb this game back. But the ball bounced, and he missed the goal completely. However, I still thought that we're gonna have a long, long night because we kept missing chances. But at the end, we put it was sometimes in football you just need that first one. 7 hours
Exactly.
of not scoring. You just need that first one, and then it opens up. We all know that in football. It's the lock. You need just that first lock, and then the doors will just open. And that's what happened. I know it's Salernitana, and I know that everybody on Twitter will tell you, no, it's only the bottom of the league. They have 60 goals on them, blah, blah, blah. But then remind me 2 weeks ago what they did to Milan, and they were up, and Milan had to come back to the game. And this team is not is I know that they are bound to get relegated and they are just doomed to get relegated, but
Yeah.
they play good football. And I was impressed today by Darmian on the left. He's actually played really good offensively. Darmian was really good, and it's an option. It's a third option, and I say Gosens today. The guy came in as he has played for Inter for 2-3 years, and it's just his second game, and he
Yeah.
hasn't even played 90 minutes yet. Gosens today showed that he is class, and he is the one for the future. I can praise a lot of people, and I know it's Salernitana, but how many times you have seen big teams stumble and struggle against these kind of clubs, and the clubs that come to play and just play their game? They pressed us the first 10 minutes. They tried to get the ball off our players' feet in our half, and they succeeded, and they dribbled past us. They had a couple of crosses, but our boys, I think they had the mental strength today to bounce back from these 7 hours of not scoring. And I have to praise Inzaghi today. We were critical of Inzaghi, all of us in the
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
month, but this today, Inzaghi proved that he can still lead these boys, and I hope that this continues in the next game. I know it's a tough ask against Liverpool, but I just want to see mental strength. I don't care if we win there. I don't care. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. I want to win. I want to get I want to tie, but I want to see
Mhm.
that mental strength, because this is what drives us forward. And I hope that we can just continue in this journey with these players that I think in their day they're unbeatable, at least in Serie A. What do you think?
Yeah, no, bro. This is, we obviously we're going through a bad period, but this is not like we're talking about some team that's is gonna drop out of the top four. We are still right there. Like, let me remind people where we are. One second, one second. Let me remind people where who is at the top of this league. Oh wait, my screen just froze. Then sorry. There we are, people. We are back at the top, baby. And tomorrow, well, it depends obviously what happens with Napoli and Milan. We need, them to make perhaps a draw. We need Spalletti and Pioli to clash their bold heads and just end up with a draw. But we're right there. Goal difference, we're on top again. Mo, 4 matches without scoring a goal, and we're still the top scoring team in the league. And today, stat padding even more. Like, is that Inter's? Would you praise Inter for that, or is this the league being so weak that a team can go
Yeah, the
four
league
games
being
without
shit
scoring?
is one thing. The league is
Yeah.
being shit is one, and you can put it in a different way. The league is being competitive is another way to put it, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is just, there's too many. There are many ways to put this in perspective, right? Like, the league can be very competitive, or the league can be very shit, and the level is really, really bad. And you can see, like, I can see from these numbers that goals against teams, we can't have the fifth team having 30 goals conceded, like more than goal a game. This is Juventus as well, like almost one goal a game. It's Milan more than one goal a game. That tells you that the defense in Serie A is not the 90s anymore. It's not the early 2000s.
No, no, no.
Everybody just wide open. And this is something that Inter capitalized on. We have 60 goals for us in 27 matches. And I think now we're the top in Europe. Nobody's ahead of us.
Yeah.
Even though I want to confirm this. I think we're top five, even though we spent 7 hours without scoring. We're still top five in Europe, scoring
Might
in
might
27
be. I don't
matches.
know.
Because it's still, and that shows you that I don't want to praise my strikers a lot, right? But
Yeah.
I can't just shut up if two strikers, one score a brace and one score a hat trick. I can just sit here and criticize them. I can criticize them tomorrow. I will criticize them Tuesday. I can't just criticize them today when they both just scored and played a hell of a game. This is something that nobody will take away from me, that Lautaro today, his movement was absolutely off the chart. Maybe his touch is not the greatest, and he should have put 6 away against the Salernitana team. But his movement today is really, really good. DZEKO today was a little bit slow in the beginning, but then I think someone just kind of whispered in his ear, "Dude, you're 35. Change your game a little," and he changed the game, and he's back to when he started the beginning of the season. But again, Sharma, my friend, 38 goals difference. Nobody's even close to us.
Nope.
We're still ruthless, but we're only 1 point away. We're only 1 point. And looking at the schedule, we have the toughest schedule in the top three.
I don't know about that, bro.
We still play Juventus, right? We play
Only Juventus
Atalanta.
and Roma. Only Juventus and Roma, big teams.
But who does Milan play?
Well, they've got Napoli next.
Yeah, apart from tomorrow, if one of them win, I'm talking about if one of them win. If both of them they tied the game, yes. But I was looking and I felt like we
no,
still play
they've
Fiorentina.
got Atalanta on the second last
We play
game.
Fiorentina as well, right? We still
They
play
got Fiorentina, they got Lazio, they got Torino still. They got a tough fixture, bro.
Okay, so
And
we are.
then Napoli still have Atalanta and Fiorentina back to back. Theirs is probably a little bit easier after because they don't have Juventus or any other top four team afterwards. Juventus, they've got Lazio and Fiorentina on the last 2 days, and they still have
I'm
to
sorry.
play.
Are we talking about Juventus title contenders, or we're talking about you? What's the conversation here?
Bro, they're there. I know they're not like in points wise they're not as close as us, but you can't discount them now. Allegri is doing Allegri things. He's getting those jammy wins. I mean, look at that. Look at that. The fixtures there. It's not out of this world. It's not out of this world. As much as I hate to admit it. And Anthony's been saying it all season, and I've been disagreeing with Anthony. He's been saying, watch Juventus. But they are there. There's Vlahovic, bro. That's a game changer. How many goals would Vlahovic score today? I mean, obviously, Lautaro man of the match performance for me today. But how many goals would Vlahovic score today in our team?
5, 6,
Exactly.
5, 6.
That's the difference. They have that monster up front now.
It's but okay. Let's put it this way. I think you said it, or someone else said it, or Anthony said it. Someone said, if Juventus win this league, Inzaghi, Spalletti, and Pioli should just retire. Like it's
Yeah, I think it was Anthony as well. Yeah,
Anthony said it on Twitter. Said you just have to just retire at this point. But anyway, let's just talk about the game a little. Let's talk about Darmian on the left. Let's talk about Dumfries on the right. Let's talk.
Let me bring up the goals. I've got screenshots of the goals. First one, Barella today, man. As you said, balling out. Beautiful assist on the outside of the boot to Lautaro. Great movement. Not the cleanest of finish, but it got the job done. It was angled, wasn't it?
It doesn't matter. He scuffed it. Yes, it went to the far post. A goal is a goal. Exactly. I thought that he was really calm in this goal. He was really calm in the three goals. Like the way he put the ball under control for that second assist for Barella and then going inside the 18. I thought that was really, really good. Yes.
Yeah, this was a really nice assist from Barella.
Yeah, and I think that actually the other goal that he scored when he stopped the ball inside the 18, I think that was it requires calmness, and he did it. Composure. He had it. Yes, the other one. I'm sorry, I'm talking about the other one.
So this one, because Barella passed it
inside.
He
tucked inside. It required composure. He did. That movement of the third one is a movement of a top striker when he went to the far post. I know that we can't show the video here, but if you go watch the goal again, the movement before this is he actually go off the shoulder of the defender to the far post, then goes to the near post, and at that point the pass is there. He's a yard ahead of the defender, and he got the finish to the top corner. And this is something that only big forwards do that. Mm-hmm. Also, I wanted to highlight that Korea, when he came in, I can see what pace would do to our front line. As simple as that. It was just one pass behind the defense, and Korea, boom, in 2 steps, he beat the defender. That was... Nobody can beat that defender. I can't remember his name. That guy that plays next to Fazio, that played every minute in Salernitana. And this guy, DZEKO and LAUTARO couldn't beat him with space. In 2 steps, Korea showed us that I'm the quick guy. He adds up. Hey, Yoyan, how are you doing, my friend? Like, he showed up Korea that pace is lacking. And then when he came in, it's that through passes that we do that. Hakan, Barella, Brozovic, they are scared to play through passes sometimes because they know that the pace is not there and the defender will catch up. But Korea, if he's fit, he's good in these minutes. He's a good option off the bench. And I hope that he stays fit because it's just kind of pain to have no pace against like teams that have pacey defenders.
Yeah, bro, it's just it's so easy to see. Like, yeah, there's a few balls that went in behind to Dzeko, and you just know, like, yeah, he's gonna try it. You have to credit Dzeko. He tries every time, but it's just like, him and Fazio are like probably some of the slowest players in the league, in the top five leagues in Europe. But it is what it is. And Lautaro as well. Like, a lot of people seem to think that Lautaro is like a fast player, but he really isn't that fast. Especially this season, he feels like he's kind of gained. I don't know if he's gained some muscle or weight. Like, he doesn't seem as nippy as he was in previous seasons. But
I
yeah,
think he got
this
bulky,
goal,
right?
Mo, we finally seen Lautaro and Dzeko linking up. I think this is the first official like assist from Dzeko to Lautaro, Lautaro to Dzeko, because then against Napoli you can't count that because he did cross it to Dzeko, but then he missed the header and then it kind of luckily fell to him. But this is the actual first proper link up. So I'm just like, I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah, again, I don't like Zeko being on the side like this, but if he's gonna give space to Lautaro, I like it.
Mhm.
What I don't like is Zeko being on the side and Lautaro outside the 18. That doesn't work, you know.
I hate it. I hate him, but it just seems to be the way that Inzaghi is doing it. Once again, let me bring up the average positions from today, and once again, you see, Dzeko is the one that drops deeper. Like, people are saying to me that Lautaro is this season is still playing as a second striker. He's not. He's the main striker. Look who's number
Exactly.
10 there. That's Lautaro. Look at Dzeko is. He's next to Barella and Hakan. He's playing as an attacking mid basically.
It's strange. It is strange. It's very, very strange because how do you have your biggest physical asset up top playing deeper? I don't know. It's just
I don't know
maybe
if
I
it's
don't know.
Inzaghi not trusting Lautaro's technical ability, or he just thinks that Dzeko is more smarter to find the spaces. I don't know what it is. I feel like the role should be reversed, but Inzaghi seems to be continuing to stick to it, or is Dzeko doing what he wants to do? I guess maybe this is what Dzeko wants to do, because Roma fans told me this is a frustration they had with Dzeko, and they used to play with just Dzeko up front, like one up top a lot of the time. So I don't know if it's just like a Dzeko, this is what he wants to do, and he can't stop doing it. But yeah, you see Dzeko sometimes on the wing, and you're just thinking like, why, bro?
Yeah, and you're playing 3-5-2. You should not have a striker on the winger. Like we did not like last year. It was only on the counter where Lukaku or Lautaro get from the line, but on a
Mhm.
build-up play, it was always both of them linking up. It's either on the line of the 18 or inside the 18, and that's Conte's ball, because that side has to be occupied by the outside midfielder, the wing back, and sometimes the center back. But now I see Zeko going to the line, I see Lautaro going to the line, and it's something that gives us a lot of like overload on the sides, but it doesn't give us depth in the opponent's 18, and this is something we lack. We lack linking up inside the opponent's area. Like for 3-5-2, you need two strikers linking, and that doesn't happen with Inter because the two strikers play about 30 to 40 yards away from each other most of the time. One of them is on the line, one of them inside the 18, one of them drops deep, which is Deco most of the time, and Lautaro is 30 yards ahead of him. And this is why I think, in my opinion, in my very small experience in football, this is why we're not scoring. If you're playing two forwards, they need to have 10 to 15 yards between them, at least to occupy the two center backs, to not have coverage from the opponent. And then we don't see that. I know it's today against Salernitana. It looks like we played great, but still we see the same thing. But if this was another team, Lautaro would have had two defenders on him inside the 18 because Zeko is on the wing, and then something that it's not his job, but apparently Inzaghi tells him. Yeah.
I know, but Anthony's on the similar vibe of some people in the chat that we're being too nice now. I think we're riding the wave, Anthony, bro. We're just riding the wave. I understand it's completely like Salernitana are, Serie B level. Clearly, even they've improved like this January. They pretty much changed the whole team in January. They bought like 10, 11 players, but at the same time, how bad we've been recently. I think as Inter fans, we just needed this release. We need this release finally. February was probably I don't remember such a bad month, bro. Even in our banter era, like such a bad month. Dude,
I
like
can't
you
remember. No, no, no. I can't remember.
yeah,
I can't,
exactly.
like
You've been an
even the
Inter fan longer
Spalletti.
than
You
me.
remember the Spalletti and the Mancini? Like you remember
Yeah.
Mancini's month in January when we were top of the league in winter, and then January came and we were not that bad. We were not that bad. By the way, that what helped us is Napoli and Milan were not winning. By the way,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
Everyone was being clowns, bro, and no one wants to take the Scudetto. That's what helped us. Otherwise, this could have been over.
yeah, it's like people just like look at Milan's result against
Mhm.
Salernitana. I don't know, they tied somebody else, and then Napoli not winning every game. So we were all like, as you said, it's just nobody wanted to take the lead, and
Yeah,
they just came close. But I just can't get over the fact that we were 7 points ahead, and now we're just 1 point, and it's hard.
yeah, yeah. Today, even you see Arturo Vidal getting a nice little nutmeg. I saw a lot of people were tagging me, Arturo. He's got a lot of criticism, by the way, this week. Arturo, what did you see some of his TikToks and stuff? Vidal.
I didn't, to be honest. This week I
But
was
basically, he's been criticized. So he got criticized for the maybe for the Genoa match, I think, and he get back at some people saying like, you are clowns, you can't criticize me, you don't know what I've won in my life. And then yesterday he posted a TikTok with him saying like, it's like, one of those games where it's like a random generator of a flag.
yeah.
It's like, where will you play next season? And it was said Brazil, so people got mad that he's talking about next season already. But
You know what? To be honest, Arturo Vidal in our squad is a squad filler. He's not like
yeah,
I would care if it was Barella, if it was Bastoni. I don't care. The guy's contract is up, and all I care about is Vidal going on the field, giving 100%. And I've
yeah,
see he's doing that. You know what I mean? I don't care what he does next season. I don't care about him. He is not like he won the Scudetto with us last year, but he's not like a he's not one of Inter's guys. You know what I mean? He's just somebody that Conti brought, and he's gonna leave. You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's he doesn't care. We wouldn't care. We wouldn't remember Vidal in 2 3 years. We would remember, yeah,
I
Vidal
will.
came and played with us. You would, but he wouldn't be. You wouldn't remember him as much as Barella, as Bastoni, as
Oh yeah,
Chiellini.
no,
Or
of course, yeah, yeah.
he's not. So I know that a lot of people get into the only thing is players abuse is not acceptable. I
Mhm.
disagree with anybody that goes and abuses a player because he plays bad. At the end, it's his job,
Yeah, exactly.
and we shouldn't do that. It's the same that happened to Rashford in England. You
Mhm.
remember, it's the same I think that happened with Romagnoli with Milan when fans started to abuse him and just say stuff about his family. That is not acceptable, and I'm not on board with any of that
Mhm.
because these players at the end they have families, they have lives, and their career is short. But anyway, going back to the game, I want to ask you one question.
Mhm.
How did De Vrij do today against Juric?
I think he did well today. I think he did well. I think Juric is. I think he's won the most headers, or like per 90 minutes, he wins the most headers in the league. So I think he wasn't too bad today. And the yellow card was really harsh on him because he won the ball cleanly there. So I'm not sure what happened. Why?
It's very strange. Nobody understood what happened, but this guy,
Yeah,
this referee was refereeing a different game anyway.
yeah.
It's
What
like,
did you think? The way you asked me seems like you wanted to say something.
yeah, like to be honest, I saw De Vrij today a little bit with authority, which is something that I liked a little bit
Hmm.
better than before. He was
I think he's been
confident
okay
in the beginning of
recently.
the game. Hmm?
I think he's been okay since that match against Napoli and the derby. I think he's been fine since then.
He's playing better, and
Yeah.
against a striker that big as Juric, I wanted De Vrij to show some authority because
Hmm.
the Juric is a big striker, but there are better strikers, and I saw De Vrij a little bit losing confidence in the last month, and I'm so happy that today they created some chances, and he was there, and he was leading the defense, and it's something that I wanted to see also. Bastoni was really good today on
Yeah,
and off the ball, to be honest. Off the
yeah.
ball he was really good in movement, and he always was an option for passing from De Vrij and screener, and also from Darmian on the left. And the defense today was not bad at all, was good. Clean sheet, another clean sheet for Handanovic. Here a step aside. Handanovic clean sheets coming
Yeah.
one after the
Yeah, and
other.
there you go. There we talked about it. The Handanovic third clean sheet in a row, bro.
Yes.
Stat padding, some clean sheets.
Yeah. So today, like I don't want to take away. You know what? You don't go to Serie A and win 5-0 every day. I know
No, no.
Anthony. If you guys like go to Inter Worldwide after this stream, right? We'll be there. Anthony will be there. He's gonna do like a shorter version, and he's gonna tell you what he thinks. And Anthony has Sharma has the. Sometimes his opinions are just the truth. He tells you what he sees. He doesn't
Yeah.
pad it. He doesn't like make it better. He just tells you. So Inter Worldwide after this, go listen to him. But all I want to say is at the end, you don't win every day 5-0 in Serie A. It doesn't matter against who. We won
No, no.
6 against Bologna, right? And we
Yeah.
won 5 against. Did anybody do this in the league this year?
No.
I doubt it, right? I don't care if they're Serie B team. I don't care if they are playing Serie A now. They came, they tried to press us. We won 5-0, and we created probably 10 clear-cut chances, right? We scored 5. It's a step forward. I'm not going to take that away from anybody. I'm not going to take that away from Inter. I'm not going to take that away from Inzaghi, right? It's not easy to come after February like this and score 5 in March. It's not easy. And nobody tells me otherwise. I've played football most of my life, and I've watched football most of my life, and it's not easy. It doesn't matter if it's Salernitana.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's a tough game. We scored 5 goals. Our striker that hasn't put a goal in 10 games other than 1 penalty scored a hat-trick. The other
Yeah.
striker scored 2. It's as simple as that. Nicolo Barella back to his best. I don't
Yeah,
care
exactly.
against 2.
Exactly. And let's talk about, you wanted to talk about Gosens as well, didn't you? You came in couple of minutes in, straight away got an assist. Like, this is what he offers. Off the ball movement. He didn't even look into the box. He just, hit the ball. He knew someone's gonna hit there, and Dzeko scores his goal. Like, how much are you looking forward to seeing a fully integrated Gosens in this team, man?
The problem is Perisic is one of my. I love Perisic since he was a winger at Inter. I love
Yeah, yeah.
Perisic. What I want to see, if you want my total honest opinion, it's a very strange opinion. I want to see Perisic on the right side.
Yeah, you
I
have
know
mentioned that
it's
a
a
few times.
very, very strange opinion, right? But
No,
I
it's
see
not. It's
Dumfries.
not.
I see Dumfries is not beating anyone one-on-one, and he got into a lot of positions when, as a wing back, you should be able to dribble one-on-one, like Hakimi, like Alonso, like Victor Moses, like Gosens, like Hatibor. The guys that play wing backs should have the speed to beat someone one-on-one and get across. And Perisic has this, and Gosens has this. So I think we should use that.
I don't know, bro. I when we signed Gosens, to me, Gosens is very similar to Dumfries. He's gonna beat the guy if he's like the ball is moving, as in if he's in movement. But he's not. I think Perisic is the only one in this team, and Correa. Those are the only 2 guys that if you go 1v1, they'll beat the player in front of them. I don't think Gosens does that either.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't, but I see Gosens is, to be honest, is technically he's superior to Dumfries.
Yeah, that's not hard.
Exactly. So I want to see. I know that Perisic is a dominant left-footed player. You know what? I'm trying to, coming from February, Sharma, it is very. It's that cloud on your head that's masking every positive thought that you have in your mind,
Yeah.
and you're trying to just come up with any solution to these guys to score goals.
Yeah.
Anything, you know what I mean? Like, I would not have said the same thing in December or January, because Dumfries was amazing, everything was going great, we were winning. I want to have 2 wingers that we can actually play both sides. Can you read the comment? It's too long.
He's basically saying that, because we when Perisic is on the pitch, we rely on him a lot, which is true. Today I was actually, because Perisic was rested today, they said they had a little tiredness or little injury, but nothing serious. So which was good, because recently we've been so heavily relying on Perisic. Like, every match you watch, the best chances always come from Perisic, because as we said, he's the only one that, whatever people want to make fun of, the step over and the cross, it always works for him. He manages to get that half a yard. But today it was good to see that even without Perisic, even with Darmian there, we're able to still create chances, because I think we rely on him too much sometimes. Yeah, what did you make of Darmian, by the way? I remember you wanted to say something about him at the beginning.
He's
I was
good.
impressed.
He's a
Yeah,
very Darmian gives you a 6, a 7 every game, right?
yeah.
It's a straightforward. He's not gonna give you a 9.
He almost got sent off though. Yeah, I saw the referee almost sent him off.
Yeah, did you see that? Like, it's crazy what he did. Like, why would you throw the ball away, winning 1-0 on a counter on a yellow card?
Yeah,
Like,
in the
this is
first
just
half.
yeah. I was scared that the referee is gonna get emotional and just show the yellow card and then he's out.
Yeah.
But anyway, but what would you do? Would you? There is another theory, but I know we're not cut for it. There is another. Conte used to play when Conte had everybody fit at Chelsea at some point. He switched to having Hazard and William around Diego Costa, and having Alonso behind Hazard. I am okay. I'm just throwing ideas
Yeah,
here.
I know
Just
where
to
you're
use your
going.
best 11. Use your best 11. 3-4-3, like what he does. Conte does this now with Spurs because he wants to play his best players. He has Lucas Moura and Son, and he wants to play two wingers.
Mhm.
We have Gosens and Perisic. I think it's a shame if both of them are fit. I know that Perisic would start, but I would hate to have one of them on. It's a great weapon to have. It's something that I don't know what to do at this point with them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like you wanna try to integrate them both in, but at the same time, you wanna try integrate. What about our? You don't want to break our midfield three. Like we saw last season when Conte tried to play 3-4-1-2. Like Brozovic just looked lost. I don't think Barella looked good either. I think to keep our two midfielders in their best. And even Perisic, we saw under Conte, a couple of times he played him up front, played him in the three against Hellas Verona. I remember he played a game where he played him 3-4-2-1 with Perisic behind Lukaku, and he just didn't look good. Like he's good when he's on the wing, like when he has that space on the wing.
Yeah, for sure.
So
he's definitely a winger.
if you put Gosens and Perisic, I think they'll both go like on the same area of the pitch. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they'll cover the same area, but it could work. I know some people are saying that they want to see Perisic as a second striker, which we've seen. He's done that,
but he hasn't been good, as you said. When he plays second striker, he's not. He is really good in that step over and getting the cross. It just it just works, like Cuadrado on the right side. He always gets the cross. It's the same, like all I want to say is that if this formation is gonna get us wins again and we gotta get the wheel going again, it's okay. But I don't want to I don't want Inter, I don't want Inzaghi to make the mistake of just having the same thing that doesn't work for games and games, because we fell into the habit of we only know 3-5-2, we only know 3-5-2, but it wasn't working. Something had to change. You have to do something about it. You weren't creating chances, you weren't scoring, maybe you weren't conceding, but you weren't creating anything. So and we're not a team that want to get a 0-0 every game or a 1-1 every game. We want a team that want to win the Scudetto, right? So
don't let me stop you if you need to go to the Inter Worldwide stream, because I'm gonna head off in a minute as well here.
Okay, so if you guys, whenever you finish here, just join us in Inter Worldwide. I'm so glad for the win today. It is something that I missed from my club. It is something that we all missed, and I'm happy it's 5-0. And on Twitter, and everybody's gonna tell you this is a Serie B team. No, it's not. They just got a point from Milan, and they played really well. So I'm really happy that we won 5-0. And I wanna thank Inzaghi that he showed us this, and he showed that mental strength, to be honest, today, because it's kind of strange that we were not Inter in the last month and now back at it again. I hope that we get a decent result against Liverpool, no matter what it is, and a decent performance, because I think a decent result against Liverpool will put our foot into the right path to winning Scudetto, and this is something that we need. I love this Inter that creates chances. I love this Inter with Barella because I love this guy when he's on his game. There is nobody better than him in Italy in the midfield. Today, he was absolutely everywhere. I just love this guy when he runs, tackles, passes, crosses, and lead the team everywhere. And this Inter I can get behind. And I hope that this Inter stays and we don't go again into that dark February, because I'm just gonna call it dark February from now on, if
Yeah.
because it was kind of just nuts. So
Okay.
thank you, Sharma, and hopefully we'll see you guys after the Liverpool game with a decent result, or before the Liverpool game on a preview here or a preview in Inter Worldwide. And thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon. And Forza Inter, and this is 5-0. Nobody's taking that away from me. Thank you so much.
No
See you
one,
guys
no
soon.
one. So, thank you, Mo. Thank you.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
guys.
one.
You
Yeah.
too. Bye.
Make sure you guys heading over to the Inter Worldwide stream. I thank you for joining me here. I'm just gonna be here for a couple of minutes. I just wanna cover off a couple more things, if you guys don't mind. I wanna talk about who the man of the match was. I know it's gonna be close between Lautaro and Barella, but I'm gonna tell you why. For me, it was Lautaro. It's not just because of the hat trick, obviously, which is you know easy. You get a hat trick, you're man of the match. But today, Lautaro showed the other things that we like about him. Now, this is for the fifth goal. So Lautaro actually wins the ball back. So they have, I think we had a throw in, or they had a throw in, and he wins the ball back, and this is where the move begins for the fifth goal, which ends up with Dumfries crossing it to DZEKO. So for me, for that reason, Lautaro is man of the match. Is he is a complete performance from him today. A complete performance. I really enjoyed Lautaro today. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments, and I also want to give a shout out to the people that supported the stream, like Eduardo. Yeah, today this is how I'm going to sleep today. He's come in with a $1.99 donation. Thank you very much. This is how and what we needed from this game. Thank you very much, Eduardo. Exactly. Yeah, what did you guys, if there's any negatives to take? I saw a few people saying like Correa scoring obviously was a little bit of a negative, because Correa should have scored today when he came on. Did you guys feel Hakan had a subpar match? Because I thought he was okay. He was slipping a lot. I saw he's changed his boots. If you guys noticed, he had some white boots in the first half, and then he changed them to blue boots. I think the boots that he was wearing for most of the season. What did you guys make of Hakan's performance? He definitely wasn't one of the best out there, but I didn't think he was that bad, was he? Yeah, let me know what you guys are saying. Nick Snox is saying Lauti man of the match. Yeah, I agree with you. It has to be Lautaro, and we hope this is the end of his rough period. Like we saw, I think people almost forgot, like, and I can't blame you, but you could almost forget what the good version of a player is when you see him out of form for so long. And it wasn't just about the goals. I always said it's not just about the goals with Lautaro. You just saw his touch, the dribbling, the positioning, just everything was off with Lautaro over the last 2 months. Today, you saw, real Lautaro, the Lautaro I fell in love with. Like he's a player I really like, Lautaro, and that's why I was more disappointed than maybe some people were, because other people have lower expectations with Lautaro. I think Mo, as you know, Mo is not a big fan of Lautaro, and he has, he doesn't have many expectations. But for me, I expected Lautaro to step up this season, and he just didn't. So it's really good for me to see the real bull, as okay here says. My boy Nick in the house as well. He did look like a killer today. Like today, he was hungry, and he could have had and should have had more than 3 goals, but we'll take it. And yeah, today he wasn't substituted. I was like, Inzaghi, don't sub him off today. Hope you don't sub him off. And yeah, it felt like today he could have just kept on going, kept on pressing, kept on running, and just shooting. Like he was shooting on site. Actually, how many shots did Lautaro have today? Let's have a quick look on who scored. How many shots did Lautaro actually have? He must have had I reckon he had about 8 or 9 shots, to be honest. Let's have a look. Oh wow, both DZEKO and Lautaro go at 10. Interesting. Lautaro total shots. So he had 10 shots. Wow, look at that. The closest guy, Juric, with 4, then DZEKO had 3, and then Correa only with 20 minutes came on and he had 3 shots already. On target, he had 5 on target as well. He had 3 shots blocked as well. And he hit the woodwork as well. I remember, that one chance where he hit the woodwork. Yeah, complete performance from Lautaro today. I'm very happy for him. let's go back to the. Let's have a look who had the most shots. Yeah, it was Lautaro, shots on target. What about dribbles today? Is anyone? Look at that, Barella with 3 dribbles as well. It's good to see. Most aerials won by Djuric, yeah, as expected. He's a beast in the air. Barella with the most tackles as well. Gosens with 3 after he came on. That's really good. Really, really good. Oh man, I'm just happy. And then finally, this is the one final thing. So in this chart, you can see taken off Twitter. This was before today's match, by the way, guys. So from January the 1st, so these last 2 months, basically January and February, even though we didn't score that much, look where we are. So the more you are in the bottom right, the more you are in the bottom right of that chart, the better it is. And Inter are basically the team that had the most non-penalty XG per game, and also round about almost the least, like a low amount of XG against as well. And you can see like how much Juve have been overperforming. They're like bang in the middle of the chart. But for us, we've been underperforming so badly. So today, as Ahmed earlier pointed out, we actually overperformed our XG today, which was around on 4.6 or something. We scored 5. So it's good that finally we're actually overperforming the XG. But yeah, let's go back to my Hakan comment. Yeah, you guys saying Hakan was decent when he wasn't slipping. Exactly, Stefan. Hakan was good. We're just used to him being man of the match. Okay, fair enough. What did Sofa what did Sofa Score give? They usually like Hakan on Sofa Score. 6.9. Yeah, Hakan had the lowest rating along with Brozovic. And Who Scored gave him, what did Who Score gave him? Yeah, Who Scored gave him the lowest rating as well, 6.9. So usually statistically Hakan does really well, but today he didn't as much anyway. I think Hakan was okay, but slipped a lot. Yeah, exactly. Hakan slipping like Jared in 2014. We only won because the first game I've watched this. Yeah, Dario, maybe that was the reason. Make sure you tune into the next one, man. Hakan doing a lot of dirty work. Yeah, I agree, Amadeo. Thank you for coming through, but I agree. He did a lot of dirty work today. Just like his hat-trick versus Crotone, Bam should have had 5 goals. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. The boys looked like they were actually rested today. Yeah, even though we didn't actually have that much rest, but they actually looked like we were winning second balls. We were getting to the ball first. Our touches were on point today. I'll have this match on replay until the Liverpool match. Yeah, let's close off on the Liverpool match. And thank you, Boca, for the super sticker as well. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I appreciate your support a lot. Yeah, Gosens nearly scored as well. Nice volley. That would have been a sick goal. And then Correa almost scored off the rebound of that. That would have been a goal and an assist. That would have been such a good way for Gosens to start his Inter career. Chala was okay, not bad. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I would give him like a 6.5 in my personal ratings. Yeah, and this is exactly putting the pressure back on Milan and Napoli. Now the pressure's been on us, but now they're putting the pressure back on them. Lauti is back. Abdi Lauti is back. Hey, this is Nazario, my guy. Hey man, this guy, you're gonna be feasting off this stat pad hat trick for a while now, but you deserve it, bro. You've been backing him all the way, and I'm happy. Have you guys ever been this happy for a guy to score? Like the joy I got. Obviously, I'm always happy when Inter score, but the sheer relief I felt when Lautaro scored today, like it was crazy. I don't think I've ever felt like such happiness for an individual. Maybe when Sensi scored in the Coppa Italia a couple of months back, I felt so happy for Sensi in a similar way because it was such a big release for him. But I really don't remember being so thingy or so happy for a player. But yeah, let's go to the Liverpool comments. Let's finish off on that. A lot of people are talking about, is this potentially derail our season again? Like if we lose, but I don't think so, because I think as Ahmed, I think the players, I think we are going into this match with lower expectations. Like we've already got 1 foot out the door now of the Champions League, basically. And I don't think Inzaghi, I know people want him to rotate, but I don't think he will. And I think it's right, it's the Champions League at the end of the day. You can't go up to Anfield and get embarrassed in front of the world. That's the last, you just go out there and try your best and see what, things can happen. And I'm not saying, we're not going to win. We've seen worse, bigger upsets in football. And this Liverpool team, they're not like some Thanos team, or like the peak Real Madrid with Ronaldo. This is a Liverpool team that they've got better depth, but they're not like a superhero team. So, and we saw in the first leg, like if we do take our chances like we did today, then we could have hurt those guys. So it's not the end. It's not the end of the world. I think I don't know. I don't know if Correa and Gosens are ready yet for the start, but I would be tempted to start at least one of those two now, because we see in Correa's pace does make a difference. Gosens, I think Perisic will be back for that, so I don't think Gosens will be playing for that. Sanchez rested today completely, by the way, so I wouldn't be against starting Sanchez, because we've seen with Vidal and Sanchez, like Vidal against Liverpool last time round, and Sanchez, Juve, Super Cup, Roma, and the Coppa Italia, like in big matches, these two, Sanchez I'm talking about now, can kind of turn up, in these bigger matches. So I wouldn't be against starting Sanchez against Liverpool. But we'll do a proper preview for that. I really want Inzaghi to win a domestic double treble. Shout out for all the haters. Hey, man, that would be beautiful. That would be sweet. And drink limoncello out of the trophy as well. Yeah, Correa's actually scored against Liverpool in the past. He scored when he was playing at Sevilla. He scored against Liverpool, so he's got some Anfield pedigree. Perfectly put by Otlo. Whatever happens, we are Inter, man. Like we're not like some fairy tale story that somehow we've got to this stage. Like we're Inter. We're gonna go out there. And if Liverpool, they drop their guard, they put out maybe like a second string lineup or start to rotate like they did against Milan in the group stage. Obviously, that was group stage, so that probably they won't rotate that much. But see what happens. And yeah, if we're winning 1-0 at half time, you don't know what could go on. You don't know what go on if we're winning 1-0 at half time. Yeah, bro, come on for the Liverpool game. I might maybe actually not do a watch along for that one. It's gonna be painful if we lose. I say go all out first 15-20. If we get a goal, go for it. If not, see how the 90 goes. Yeah, I guess you could say like first half, just like put everything out on the line, and then yeah, if it doesn't work, then just start start putting out the second string, start putting Gagliardini on. Carefree as well. Yeah, if you play a bit more carefree, like with less pressure, we've seen this Inter team like today. Once he's got this 2-3-0, like you see when this team starts to play with less pressure, they start to play really good. Let's give Lamborghini the line of our team a place in Anfield. Yeah, I agree. Gosens has also scored. Yeah, he did last season, right? He scored against Liverpool. Yeah, he's got some Anfield pedigree. Do you think? No, I don't think. I think one of those two will start if it happens. But hopefully he's not so stubborn. Inzaghi's been very stubborn recently, but although at the same time he hasn't had the option. Now you see we've got the full bench now. You see the options coming off the bench now. We had Correa coming on. We had Gosens coming on. Gagliardini, Vidal came on. It's like, Sanchez didn't even come on. It's we have, as I've been saying, we have the depth is there, guys, and it's good enough for Serie A. Like you can't tell me Vidal, Gagliardini, Cavecino not good enough to beat Salernitana, Spezia, these types of teams. They are. It's just obviously not good enough to in Anfield or in the San Siro Champions League. I'm not ready for the Liverpool fans again. You know how it is with the Premier League fans. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm so happy that I'm finally able to do a live stream with you guys where I'm reacting to a positive game. 5 goals, Lautaro. Lauti's back. Actually, let's have a quick look. Where is he in the goal scoring charts? Because he should be back up near the top now, right? Lauti, even though he hasn't scored for 2 months, he'll be back up near the top. Oh my days, this guy is actually almost caught up with Simeone, who's also having a purple patch this season, annoyingly. Look, yeah, he's outscoring Tammy. Dzeko's up there as well. Now, honestly, I predicted, even in this bad period, I said Lautaro is going to end up with around 17, 18 non-penalty goals by the end of the season, which he's on track to do now. And if you look in Europe, how many players at his age can you find that will score 17, 18 non-penalty goals? So I know people are still on the sell him train, and I agree. If we do get the right offer, 60, 70 million or whatever, like I agree, maybe we should sell him this year. But at the same time, I keep saying like this guy is not a bum. Like you guys started treating this guy like no, I'm not saying obviously all of you, like some of you. So calma, and yeah, if this is Lauti's turning point, if he leads us to Scudetto, man, he's gonna go down as a we're gonna forget about this negative period, because if he leads us to Scudetto, as he's supposed to be, then he's gonna go down in legend. And by the way, today, if you guys saw, before Salernitana, someone was saying just trust the system. Hey, exactly, Otlo. If you guys saw, Eto was in the crowd today, Pagliuca was in the crowd today, Wesley Schneider was in the crowd today, Materazzi was in the crowd today. So it was good to see some legends out there. I think they were inducted in the Hall of Fame, Schneider and Eto, and Pagliuca, I believe. And yeah, maybe Eto said something to Lautaro, because yeah, this was some performance that peak Eto would put up. I love Eto, man. What a player. Che giocatore. It wasn't us the problem, it was February curse. Yeah, exactly. It was February. Yes, I did take him out of my fantasy league. I kept him in for the last couple of weeks, and then I took him out this time. Martina was never gonna the rest of the season without goal. Yeah, of course, it was just a bad patch. Happy Friday, Inter fans, or Saturday, wherever you are. Trust the process and trust my drunk predictions. Yeah, Kirby, you were right in the end. I guess I might have to give it to you. The Legends getting in the Hall of Fame is amazing. Yeah, finally we can have a good weekend. Yes, there's been a few weekends where Inter have ruined our weekend, and yes, very good result for boosting the mentality. But thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up and subscribing, and make sure you guys are going over to the Inter Worldwide channel with Anthony, Mo, whoever's on their channel. Beautiful stream, guys. Enjoyed it with all of you guys. Thank you very much to everyone that came through and supported. Love you all. Second star mission is still on. Do not forget, guys. Do not forget. We are back on top. Let's see what happens with Milan and Napoli tomorrow. Thank you, Mastia. Thank you, everyone that tuned in. Thank you, Abdi. Thank you, Kirby. Ciao, ragazzi. Forza Inter.